Well, the White House said that Donald Trump will decide within 2 weeks whether to take military action against Iran. Meanwhile, today in Geneva, foreign ministers from Britain, France, and Germany are meeting their Iranian counterpart. The goal to try and de-escalate the crisis. These are the first face-to-face talks between Tehran and Western governments since Israel attacked Iran 1 week ago, and they also mark the most significant European involvement in this crisis. Here's Iran's foreign minister speaking ahead of that meeting in Geneva.
In the current situation, as attacks continue, we are not seeking negotiations with anyone. I believe that as a result of this resistance, we will gradually see countries distancing themselves from the aggression carried out by the Israeli regime. And calls for ending this war have already begun, and they will only grow stronger.
Well, for more, we can speak to Dominique Trinquand, former head of the French military mission at the UN. Hello to you, Dominique. When we look at Europeans trying to have influence in this crisis, what leverage do they have?
I think we are really on the game of good cop, bad cop.
The good cop would be?
Good cop will be the European, waiting for the decision of Mr. Trump.
The bad cop across the season.
Either Mr. Trump will join the European or will follow Mr. Netanyahu, the bad cop, who is fighting in Iran. It's really where we are currently. And there is a need to have both, because I'm pretty sure that the Iranian will not negotiate without the fierce attack on the soil of Iran.
And when we listen to what's coming out of the White House, Donald Trump has set this fortnight, a deadline of 2 weeks to determine if he'll strike Iran. Why that timeline? Is he buying time, or is it require some sort of like military moving around of U.S. assets?
I think both. Mr. Trump is embarrassed by the position currently. He is the man who has been elected for peace, not for war. And if he's joining Mr. Netanyahu, he will be the president who have done war in Iran. So he's embarrassed by that. But at the same time, all the U.S. means are taking place around the area with the two options: defending Israel, of course, this is the current position, but also prepare an attack in Iran. So that's why probably President Trump is waiting also to see what will happen. Will the Iranian say they will negotiate or not? Because what is on the table currently, which is presenting today in Geneva, is stronger than the JCPOA. They are asking for to stop the missiles program and also the proxy program, which anyway has been probably defeated by Israel. So I think that currently he's embarrassed by that, because also in the Republican Party, you've got the two movements, isolationists or the people who wants to join Israel. So probably he didn't expect that the operation will go so fast and so strongly. I mean, first speech of Mr. Trump was, okay, I gave them 60 days, we are on 61 day, so Mr. Netanyahu is right. But I think he was not really pleased about what was happening.
And at least for the meantime, the Iranians saying they're not going to negotiate until Israel stops its attacks. So let's just play out this scenario. Let's say maybe the U.S. will carry out a strike on Iran. If it's going to do that, what does it have to do before then? How quickly could that strike occur? And what was the U.S. get in place before it carries out that strike?
24 hours. In 24 hours, they can do that.
Secure their military bases in the region that quickly, too?
Yes, secure the military bases. They are doing that already. Okay. And at the same time preparing the bombing with the base of Diego Garcia, where the B-2 are already ready with the famous GBU 57. Nobody knows if it's really efficient against Formos. But anyway, the Israelis have already said that even without that, they will do it. So I'm really sure that the Israelis want to go up to the destruction of all these means, but also the change of regime in Iran, which is a big question, because you can't have a change in a regime if you don't have the pressure inside, meaning an opposition who is ready to take on, or part of the government of Gardien de la Révolution, Pasdaran, who suddenly changed mind because they know that they will lose everything. So we don't know where we are on that side. We know that in military terms, Israeli plus American are able to destroy the nuclear power to weaken the government of the mullah. We don't know if there will be a change in the population wanting the mullah to go out, but also part of the government, mainly the Pasdaran, will change side because they know that they will lose many things.
When you look at the nature of the Israeli targets in Iran, it feels like there's an American expression that the goalposts keep being moved. They said they want to remove the nuclear threat, but then we're seeing civilian targets being hit, civilian infrastructure. We saw the TV news station being hit. We see a hospital being hit. What do you make of the Israeli strategy, and is it clearly defined?
They are also attacking police stations and security station. I think it's a very difficult position to say we are here to help the resistance against the regime, but at the same time not push the Iranian to say, yes, but you are attacking our country. And even if we don't like the mullah regime, we can't accept fighting against our country. So it's a very difficult and narrow position. I'm struck by the fact that for the 48 last hour, suddenly you've got attacks coming from inside Iran, not only from Mossad, but also from Iranian on the TV program, on radio networks, which are now attacking the mullah regime. So if that increase in the next day, it could be a good opportunity for changing the regime. But really, it's a big question mark for me.
And of course, there's a risk in changing the regime that maybe hardliners win and something else fills that power vacuum.
I'm not sure, because the hardliners are strong as long as they are able to defend the country and still sit on the nuclear system. If they don't have the nuclear system, if they are not defending the country, they will be in a very bad position.
All right, Dominique, thank you so much. Dominique Trinquand, thank you.
Thank you.